Hello and welcome to another episode of your Friendly Neighbourhood Art Teacher. I'm your host, your educator and all-round creative guy, Fnat. Now last week we looked at the sphere and we examined how the tones blend smoothly from one point to the other. That reminds me of something. Do you remember blended gradation? Well, today we are going to examine staggered gradation in a 3D object, that is the cube. Now, a cube is a very interesting object as you are about to see. We have three observable planes, that is three faces that you can see with your naked eye on a flat piece of paper. This is perfect for practicing the staggered gradation, and to achieve the three-dimensional look, you are going to have to learn how to manipulate the tone of your pencil or colored pencil or whatever drawing media you're using. You're going to use the pencil creatively and manipulate the tones in order to give you the three-dimensional look. So get your pencils and rulers and rubbers and let's art! Let's get started by lightly sketching the outline of a cube. I'm using a ruler for precision, but notice how I am pressing my pencil lightly. This ensures mistakes won't damage the paper when you are erasing. I'll also draw a horizon line. As we are also observing how light behaves on objects, we will place our light source in the opposite of how we did it with the sphere. Unlike a sphere, a cube's sharp edges create staggered gradations rather than smooth transitions. To begin, shade the face furthest from the light source. This will be your core shadow. Use a dark pencil to apply pressure for a rich tone. Remember how reflected highlights work? They are created by light bouncing off surfaces around the object. The same principle applies here. Use your tissue or serviette to smudge the shaded areas, smoothing out the tones. Now I will use my rubber to make my reflected highlights pop. Now the reflected highlight. This is where your rubber comes in. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to creatively use your rubber. Your rubber is your best friend when you are drawing. It hides your mistakes and gives you that little refinement that you need to complete your drawing. Okay guys? So use your rubber sparingly and wisely. But remember that your rubber is your best friend. So let's follow along and see how we do this. And refine the edges of my cube with a pencil. For the background, I'll shade it evenly to help the cube stand out. Apply lighter tones to the cube's other faces, then smudge it out for a uniform finish. Define the edges with a dark pencil or apply pressure for clarity. And don't worry if the highlights fade during the smudging, you can always go over them again. Now let's tackle the cast shadow. Place it on the side opposite to the light source. Lightly sketch it out and use your tissue or serviette to even out the tone. Finally, define the edges with a rubber and refine with a ruler if needed. And there you have it. Your cube is complete. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, that a sphere has a smooth transition between tones. Hence, uses the blended gradation tone, whereas as you can see here has a clear break between tones, hence the staggered gradations. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, that art is a very good stress reliever, and there's nothing better that you can do with your spare time apart from practicing art and enjoying what you come up with. So, ladies and gentlemen, next week we are going to look at how to manipulate further the light. So guys, remember to tune in next week so we can continue on this journey as you walk with me, your friendly neighborhood art teacher. So, bye!